And because they're here, I'm going to mark their test in front of them, and I'm going to give them extra marks. All right? Ta-da! Right? And we'll talk about the review of the test, and we'll talk about test 2, when test 2 will be written. And I'll talk about systematic review, because that's what I want you all to do for your journal article, right? So last week, what had happened was, let me share my screen quickly. I'll find we had Dr. Kunle and we had Dr. Mohsin, right? Dr. Kunle and Dr. Mohsin were here, and they had a lecture on systematic review. So let's find their lecture. I'm not sure if some of you got to see their lecture. Let's go to, I uploaded it to YouTube. And let's find my channel. So if you missed last week's lecture, manage videos. Let's find last week's lecture. There we go, last week's lecture, right? Look at that, only 26 of you watched it. Man, please, right? So we had Dr. Mohsin and we had Dr. Kunle. So I'm going to copy that link into our WhatsApp group. So this was last week's lecture. Last week's lecture. Right, so if you hadn't watched that, you need to watch that one, right? I promised my mother I'm going to share this with her. Let's forward that to... right, okay. So that was last week's lecture. Oh, people are still joining us. Okay. Right, so let's quickly review the test. There were some questions as to how I marked it. What did I do? Let's look at the test. Let's open it up. Open recent files. Right. So this was the test that you wrote. So let's go through the questions. It says multiple choice based on SAP data visualization handbook. Okay, I wrote down negative marking applies, but you know me, I won't do that to you, right? But I have to put that down because I have a moderator that looks at the script and then they'll say, hey, you know, and she's from UKZN. Oops, I'm recording all of this. So I've got to put those things down, right? Okay, so what are one of the main reasons for the importance of data visualization in today's world? Why do we want to use data visualization? So SAP has data visualization, and the reason we do that is to recognize patterns and to interpret data. A picture says 1,000 words. That's why I like to see people face to face. I like to see graphs, and very easily you can tell that there's a profit, there's a loss, right? And if you think about human civilization, we started drawing pictures before we started writing in terms of numerics. So the answer there is to recognize patterns and to interpret data faster, all right? Let's go through what's not the answers. It says to decrease the amount of information we receive. No. Well, you could say you could decrease it if you want to summarize the information, but you must remember in a multiple choice question, we wanted to know the best possible answer, right? The best possible answer is to recognize and interpret data. To enhance storytelling through complex textual explanations, no, we don't want to. We want to enhance it, but not through complex textual interpretations. We want to actually simplify it. Using pictures, graphs, simplifies data interpretation. To replace data analysis with visual aesthetics, you could say so that we want to replace it, but more than that, we want to recognize patterns and we want to interpret the data. So that was the best alternative. Which of the following is considered a more accurate visual cue for supporting measurement in data visualization? And the answer there is the position of the data, how it is represented, whether it's high on the x-axis or low on the y-axis. That was the answer to that one, right? Next question. What type of data does the term dimensions refer to in data visualization? Data visualization refers to categorical data such as a product in terms of, or in terms of a country, right? the dimensions, you could say it's numerical data, you could say it's aggregated data, but that was the most and best answer. The next one is, according to the SAP handbook, oh, this is nice. According to the SAP handbook, right? Which visualization element should be avoided using due to its potential to mislead or confuse? There it was according to the SAP visualization handbook. And according to that is the 3D chart type, right? For those of, some of you asked me, and not some, one student asked me about the data visualization handbook. I know I emailed it to you, but in any event, I emailed it to everybody. If you check your email, I'm sure you'll receive lots of emails from me. Lucy, would I get the award for the lecturer who sends the most email? I should, okay, right? Right? I try my best to do that, right? If you need the data visualization handbook, I'll send it to you again. The next question was about audit command language. Audit command language in data analysis. So this brief answer. Let's see if here you put it in. Audit command language is a specialized software tool used by auditors. So when you are explaining a concept, it's always nice to tell you what is ACL, who uses it, what's it about. It's used by auditors, accountants, and data analysts to perform data analysis tasks efficiently. We say efficiently because we deal with thousands of lines of code in audit command language, and all of you do the certification, so you should be able to interpret or answer this question. Audit command language allows users to process large data sets, identify discrepancies, perform data sampling, generate reports, and help in making informed decisions. Its significance lies in the ability to automate repetitive tasks, ensure accuracy, and enhance the overall efficiency of the audit process, like the word audit command language. So if you wrote something like that, I should give you about 5 marks, right? The next one, how can audit command language be used to detect fraud in financial data? Audit command language, ACL, is used to detect fraud in financial data by analyzing large volumes of transaction, and it looks for patterns or anomalies that indicate fraudulent activity. So let's say, for instance, on a spreadsheet, there's a person that continuously takes petty cash on the 23rd of every month. And because they're not allowed to take more than 500 rands, they take 499, and they make some weird looking receipts, right? And you can pick that up as a pattern. That's what audit command language will do. It'll pick up a pattern that on the 23rd of every month, someone is taking a certain amount. Or it'll pick up that person X is the one that's continuously the one that's making a petty cash claim. That's a activity. Last week, I was at a data analysis course. Human capital services do all of just log in and join, right? And they were talking about data analysis, and we use the example that if the human capital services, let's say, for instance, you are doing an audit of leave and you notice that someone is continuously taking leave on the weekend following the 20th of every month. So Monday they are free. You know that person joined because they get paid on the 20th, and that weekend is having a fun time. So that's a pattern, right? That was a joke, kind of. Can you see a program like this would be able to pick up the pattern that's appearing? All right. That should give you, right, that one there. The next one was evaluate the challenges faced by the Human Capital Resources Department. You may consider the case of Zambice in managing its recruiting, hiring, and employee onboarding processes. How could an integrated information system improve these processes and address the issues currently encountered? So this is a broad topic, human capital services. My module descriptor tells me that I got to do human resources, but now it's called human capital services. So I have to include a question on human capital services or human HR, right? And integrate that with SAP. So now this is where I got to read through all that you wrote, and some people wrote so much, right? I'll be honest, I haven't completed this section. I've marked half. I marked section by section. But those people that are here will look through it, and I'll be very generous by marking. Okay, so in the example, I'm going to go through this when I mark it, I'll look at it and tell you what's going on, right? So there's the answer. I will share this with you. Right. Now, I like it from first semester. I noticed as the test progresses, the writing style becomes nice, good, cool. You know, you write an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. And you don't have to write the word introduction at the top, right? That's cool as well. But I noticed your writing style improves. And next year, when you start your proposal, I know it's going to be. Then the last question, where's that question about the, that was, and then there was a question about the open recent files, recent files. It was, the certificate, right? Let's talk about the certificate. You had a question about the certificate. Online people. Oh, lovely. There's 17 people online. Talk to me. Anybody with a question? Talk to us. Anybody with a question here? Talk to us. Anyone with a question? Some of you, please put your camera on, then you can see that you are there. I know people just log in and then they don't pay attention. They don't do anything. How I know that is when I log off, they still stay logged on and they don't log off. So they. Anybody with a question? And I haven't completed marking. Like I said, please give me a break. I've got other students that I mark. I was just telling my wife I do more attendance at meetings than lecturing. I do more admin work. Right, but I promise I'd give it my best shot, right? I marked the MCQs and I marked the spreadsheet. So let me just quickly find that there was a question about how do I mark the test. So let's find that test. The question paper. So the last question dealt with audit command language. I was so happy that students, all of you, I went through it. Every single one of you had submitted the ERP basics of analytics and scripting with diligent software. So I'm assuming all of you had sorted out your login details with diligent. Am I right, Letu? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah,
Okay, so Kateco is working on it because they have renewed the license, right? So you follow that up there too.
yes.
Alim right? So that was the ERP basics of analytical scripting. So let me just find there were many of you. See how much you got to carry on along, right? So I'm so happy that students submitted. So there we go. FS and Truly. I'm not sure if you can see this, but look at that. Now, I was actually scared to, when I say, there's it. Well done. Well done. Basics of analytics. To achieve the CPE credits for this course, you must pass the exam with a minimum score of 70%. I'm not sure if any of you are going to write that exam. So well done. I gave you the mark. Look at that. I asked for one and they gave me so many. Look at that, Letu. Look at that. Preparing and importing data. Analyzing data. Made an extra copy of that. And they also gave me a copy of the supply chain management and dynamics of supply chain management and describe the capabilities. Right, well done. Well done, well done. These I just took one. So that wasn't an issue. Now, I'm also happy that they gave me a journal article, right? Now, with respect to the journal article, I saw quite a few duplicates that I can admit, right? There were quite a few duplicates. I don't know whether it was a coincidence or there was someone that coincidence. The ERP, right? Well, we learned that last week as well. In systematic review, you do get duplicates as well, right? So there's duplicates. So that's okay. But I wanted you to read it. And if you look at the question, So let's go to, I know I put it down in the question because, and include a printout and short summary of your journal article, right? There were a few of you that did that. You all wrote a short summary of it. That was just to let me know that you all didn't just print it and give it in, right? I wanted you to read through it and tell me what is going on, right? But don't panic. I will look through that again and see your marks, make sure that it is. Now, my whole purpose of, oh, some of you did not submit the one on the Learn Microsoft. So if you clicked on that link, I'll share this with you. This is the one I wanted you to go through, right? Finance and operations, the capabilities of Microsoft Dynamics. And I'd love it if some of you can write the Microsoft exam, right? If you are interested, send me an email and I will ask Prof. Olive Stumke if she could get some funding for us, right? If you write an exam. I'd love it if you write the exam. There's the exam. The exam is, let's see how long is the exam. The exam duration. They tell me that it's about, there's the fundamentals of exams. It's 45 minutes. Right? So you can set this up, right? This is the Microsoft exams. I'd like to think as a lecturer and teacher, I am leading you in a particular direction and you will take it from there, right? I take you to the edge of the cliff and you decide to fly off the cliff, jump off the cliff. So there's one option for you to write this exam, the Microsoft exam, in, oops, let's still go back. Let's go back there. The Microsoft exams, that's the credentials, right? ERP, right? ERP. So I'm going to put that link in the chat. I'll put this link in the chat. Oopsie. Let's go there. I'll copy that link. Copy that. Open up the web. Paste it. Right. So that was the link for the Microsoft exams. And let's also put that in the chat. Chat. So like I said, if you are interested in writing the exams, and ERP is part of our syllabus. Well, they didn't say SAP and they didn't say Oracle or whatever. They just said ERP. And if you could take it one step further, it would be lovely. Really would be nice, right, that you could do that. And then the other one that I would have liked you to do is the diligence platform, right? So later you want to log in and you want to tell us what's if your issue has been resolved? Yes. Not resolved. So you can't. So you follow up with them, right? Yes. Follow up with them. So let me log in. We paid, not we, the risk office uses the software for IT governance. And I heard about it. Dr. Mudley has spoken about it some time ago, and Mr. Reddy, Dr. Reddy. And I said, why not use it? So that's how I got to learn of it. And I'd love it if you could keep it. So I'm going to give you back your certificates. I'm not going to put a mark on it. I'm so happy. Every single one of you, literally, you just put it on yours. You wrote down a screenshot of what it is. But I know you and I accepted that it was so right. So that's okay. Log in. Let me just log in with my credentials. I'm also having an issue later. But it's okay. I don't need the certificate. Oopsie. I got so many passwords. Good morning. Oh, great. Right. So welcome. And another one, and another student here. So yeah, yeah, yeah. You notice I don't take a register. My register is my recordings. Anyone who wants to ask me, did you have a lecture? I said, yes, I had a lecture. Go look at the recordings. Right. So I'm really happy that you logged in. And let's see. There's the Diligent Academy. That's what I want you to do. Diligent Academy. And please feel free to go and register for another certification, right? Please do that. Believe it or not, this week I've been learning on the IBM Skills Academy, and I'm teaching a course called Artificial Intelligence, and I'm enjoying it. And I registered for a course through DUT. They're starting on the 6th of September. And well, they said register and you identify, check it out. And I just went every day. I was spending about 2 or 3 hours, and I completed the course by myself. Right now, they said the email. I'll show it to you, but do that. Learn artificial intelligence, machine learning. It's so cool. Well, to me, I like it. Right. Uh, so there we go. So you can find other courses as well. IT governance. You must remember you are there's analytics. There's the one that I want from you, right? Analytics, data analytics. So for the next test, I'm going to ask you for another certification. Right? For this one, I simply want the basics of analytics, right? Analyzing data. Last week, I was at a meeting. Prof. Olu was talking about introducing data science at DUT. I think that's pretty cool. If they offer that, I'm going to volunteer to go and teach it. Data science. Because we've got so much of data. We need to be able to analyze the data and make sense of the data. That was the first question in the SAP analytics. Why do we need the data? We want to visually represent the data so that we can report it to our subordinates and come up with some meaningful interpretations thereof. Right? Foundations of analytics. There's it. Right. Okay, so I'm so happy that all of you did it. I know you did it by yourself and you worked through it because you want to achieve this for you. You are a postgraduate mature student. This is what I want the exam, right? If any of you will write that exam. Letu, who's going to write the exam? Encourage the students. Lucy? I'm not sure about the cost factor of this. It was in euros. I'm not sure if it's still in euros or it's in by the exam, right? By the exam. Let's see. I'd love it if you all could write that exam. And the pass mark is not like DUT 50%. It's 70%. Right. So I'd like it if you could. I'm going to enroll. I'm just going to try it. Oh, it looks like I haven't met all the prerequisites. So I'd love it if any of you could do that. If you write the exam and pass it, I'll make sure that I will give you a mark in your first assessment or second assessment, right? I'll up it. This is what it is. This is over and above our course requirements, right? So Letu, I'd love it if any of you could do that. Board governance. Oh, there's another one that they use. Basics. Right. Another course I saw out here was governance. For auditors, I think that's a cool course to do. Right? The course. Governance. Let's go to the menu. Where's the resources? It's still showing me this one. I look for governance, IT governance. We have a sector that deals with the risk office. They call it the risk office. Filter by, sort by title. Governance, governance. Oops. But I want you to put this in your CV. I definitely want you to include it in your CV, right? Please. And if you have 3 or 4 certifications, put down the most recent or the most relevant. Like, don't put down, if you've got basics of analytics and you have, let's look at the analyzing data. I think you should rather put down applying filters and creating computer field in analytics. Right? Instead of putting both the certificates, you put down the one that will speak more to as a student, right? Not basics, but you rather include applying filters. You don't want to at the same time make your CV too long. And for instance, when we are as examiners and moderators, we will put down our most or the highest qualification that we have. We put down you've got a PhD. You won't put down that you got a BSc degree or a higher education diploma or an undergraduate diploma or something like that, because for you to get to the PhD level, you have to pass masters and honors and so forth. All right. But some people like to put a lot. If you look at mine, I put all mine. It's that implant. So I want this in your CV, not for me. And I like some of it printed in color. It looked pretty cool. It was really nice, right? To do that. So I'd love that. I'm gonna do that for you. And I promise you, if you write the exam and you are needing funding, I'm gonna speak to Prof. Student pay to get that. Anybody interested out here? People on the call, on the online, anybody's gonna write that exam? It's a 70% pass rate. 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, one of my students did it. They didn't pass and they were disappointed because they didn't get above 70 and then they just didn't retake that exam. Anybody's interested? The SAP exam, not SAP, the basics of analytics. So you are, yeah, anyone interested? Letu, Lucy, you think about it. You're going to give me 1,000 articles soon. Yeah. So I got that on. Okay. So for the benefit of the latecomers, let's just, I didn't copy that. Let's see the YouTube video. This was last week's YouTube video. Let's see how many views I got now. It was 26. Oh, 26. Okay, so there's Dr. Kunle. So if you watch this video, this explains to you pretty nicely how to do the right. So let's paste that. Right. Okay. So anybody from the online group of students? Oops, did I do that? Anybody from our online students? Anyone online students? Say hello, how are you? Anybody? Talk to us. See, that's why I don't like to have online, because nobody talks to us. Next year, I'm not going to have.
Hi, Dr. Governor.
Yes! Who's talking? Put the camera on. Let me see you.
No, I cannot have the camera on. You can only hear my voice.
Oh, it's just your voice. Okay. I've got to get another. It's so soft. 1 second. Let me just change my settings for the sound. The other students can't hear you. Only I can hear you. Let me just change settings. There's settings. Sound. Let's make it to Epson driver. Say hello. How are you?
Hi, hello. How are you? Good morning on a lovely Saturday.
Oh, lovely. Okay, go ahead. Chat. Let's see if I can hear you now. Right, go ahead. Ask your question.
No, it wasn't a question. I was just greeting you. I don't have a question because you're saying we are quiet.
Oh, okay. All right. Because you spoke now, I'm going to continue with the hybrid version of having online and face-to-face. Okay, thank you. All right. So did you watch Dr. Kunle and Dr. Musin's example of systematic review?
Yes, I was in class.
Okay, great. But did you watch the video as well?
No, I did not.
Please watch the video, then I'll get an extra view. I only got 26 views now.
Okay, no, I'll do.
Okay, thank you, right? So for the next assessment, we want a journal article from you guys, right? I want a journal article. And that's the other thing I'm going to do is you all started on this journey of systematic review. And the whole purpose of doing journal articles is I want in 2025, I want you to register for your master's qualification. And don't tell me, sir, no, I'm going to register, I'm going to do my proposal, I'm going to read out literature. It never happens. Only when you register, you put your mind to it, you put pen to paper, will you start with that, right? I want 63 people registered next year. And your journey doesn't start next year, it starts now. And in doing so, you need to start reviewing literature on a particular topic that is of interest to you. Like I said, find something that interests you that will keep you going. Now, imagine if I had to take a topic like motor mechanics. Motor mechanics, I'm just interested in driving the car. I'm not interested in learning exactly how the engine works and all of it. That won't keep me going. But if I had to do something like artificial intelligence, machine learning, then I'll do the course. My wife said I'm an overachiever because I finished the course. It's supposed to start on the 6th of September. I registered, logged in, and I did it in a couple of hours, right? So I'm not joking, there's the course that I did, right? There's the course. I started the course. There we go, right? There we go, there we go, right? IBM, right? IBM. I'd love it if you could join me as well. I'm learning machine learning, classical learning, linear regression, brings back all mathematical terms. Okay. So this is with IBM. Now, if you start with your journey, I just took ERP and SAP because that's my curriculum. As much as I'd like to teach on machine learning and artificial intelligence, that's not in the module descriptor for postgraduate studies in information technology. I already spoke to Mr. Reddy and Prof. Stunke. I need to change this module descriptor. I need them to include data science, data analytics. I need them to include artificial intelligence. SAP is now introducing artificial intelligence in their ERP systems, right? So I want to change this because the generative AI, that's what I want to talk about in next year with IT5. So I'd love it if you could join this version as well. I can show you in IBM as well, ERP systems is available. Did I look for that? It's not in this course, but let's just go to IBM Learn. Oopsie, right? So I've given you diligent software. I've given you the Microsoft. There we go, IBM Skills, right? IBM Skills. This is another one. Refresh. And this is for micro credentials. Now, the way the world is moving, for students to register, in my view, this is my opinion, you don't hold me against it, but I feel that if a student has to register for a qualification in 2025, let's say a diploma, that student is only graduating 3 years later in 2028, 2029. By that time, in my view, of doing programming for a long time, I feel that your qualification or your knowledge may be slightly outdated because 2-3 years have passed by. You as postgraduate students, you as the students that are continually learning, have to update your skills on a continuous basis. And one of the ways is by these certifications. These are short, quick certificates. You've got your basic, you've got your diploma, you've got your degree. Now go and add to that with all the micro credentials, right? The mini certifications. So IBM has a site, Skills Build Development. You can log in. I logged in with my email. Let's log in here. I'll show it to you. You can create a Let's just log in. And you go and search for, in my case, ERP SAP. Now, why I'm giving you this as a link for your postgraduate studies, your master's study, your proposal, maybe you'd want to, oops, what's happened here? My courses, dashboard. Right. So maybe you don't know what topic you want to choose for your master's study. Start looking at what's current and relevant, right? I feel generative AI, data science, data analytics, that seems to be, in my view, current topic, right? So maybe you want to do that with auditing. So you can formulate a topic around auditing and using generative AI to help auditors process whatever, right? We'll talk about that. So here's the, and do you know how much of these courses are free? Free. Right? Last night I was looking through Harvard CS50, Harvard University online course, free. If you want the certificate, you pay, I think it was $20 or something like that, $20 or $30. I'll show it to you now if you want to. Right, so you log into this, you go and look for you're a learner. You log in or sign up. No, I have an account. So I'll put this down, right? I'll leave this with you, copy that. I'll copy that on our chat. Right, so that's one. And I'll also copy that into our, right. So there we go, skills built. This is the IBM course that you can use. I've given you the Microsoft Learn. I've given you Diligent software. Microsoft Learn and IBM are the free ones. The Diligent software, it's proprietary, it's through DUT. So hopefully, as long as you're a DUT student, you have access to that. I think you even have access after you leave the course, you graduate, because I saw some of my former students on this. So you can always go and upgrade and improve your certifications. And let me tell you the nice thing about this is, I sit in interview committees where you get students applying for a particular job, be it tutoring, be it postdoctoral fellow, whatever. Yes, it's nice to have your basic degree, but it also is nice when you see a student having other certificate courses to them, all right? Or they have community engagement. For instance, you have a student that's in the computer club, a student that would put down on their CV that they presented workshop at a school. Fani in Lovo is one example. Fani, I hope you don't mind, I'm using your name. Fani and Bambi Lady was my former student. They do a little bit extra. So if you look at two CVs, you'll see one CV, the student just has auditing diploma. Another student has an auditing diploma, and they have certifications from Diligent Software. They have applying filters. Letu, who would you take, Letu? A student with just one qualification, or a student with the qualification and a few extra certifications? And some community engagement. And they're in the church. Who would you take, Letu? Letu. With the extra certificates. Yes. And because he does church activities as well. Okay. Right? Okay, I just had to put the church activities over there because their two reaction was, right? So that's one. Then the other, to help you with your proposal is to look at other literature, right? So we're going to go to Google Scholar. You're going to go to Google Scholar and you're going to look for articles to help you like you did. And all of you, oh, there was about 5 or 6 of you that hadn't done the journal article, right? All I wanted was to print out and include that and include a little summary to tell me that you read it. All right, so yes. Oh, okay, you'll have to print it. Okay, I did not check the Dropbox. I did that because some of you said that you can't print, you don't have printers, this, that, and whatever, right? But let's go to my Dropbox. Let's see the Dropbox folder. Thank you for that. ERP, what was it? Supply chain management. Management, human. Right. There we go. Oh, I've got a book. I've got a journal. I need a journal article. Right. Now, can you see this is 2000? Oh, that's the other thing I looked at your journal article. Some of you had very old journal articles, 14 years old, 2000. Don't go and take that, right? 2021. That's okay. Let's go look for that one. Right. Now, when you are reading the article, it also helps in that you are learning about an ERP system. Right. Ah, there's an article over here. There's an article. Right. So this is not the entire paper. Let's see if we can get the, there we go. We can get the entire paper. There's a PDF document, right? And I showed you how to access the references and to get more papers from there. Here's it. There's the abstract. There's the literature review. Right. So now I know Dr. Mohsin. He told me that he wrote an article on systematic review. Let me go and see if I can find Dr. Mohsin's article. He said his students were, and Professor Rajkumar is a lecturer in our department, right? M-U-S-I-N, Mohsin. How you spell Mohsin? M-U? Not Musa. Inbox. Mohsin. So he's got an article on systematic review. Let me see if I can find an article for you. Okay. Right. So this is a professor in our department. So let's go and find an article. Let's go to systematic review. I mean, got Nike. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. Yeah, there's it. MP Mkomo, right? Musa. This is a lecturer in our department. Right. So, and I also look for Dr. Mohsin as well, right? There's another one, Professor Rajkumar. There's Mohsin. There's the article. My internet is so slow. Right. So I want a systematic review of journal articles, particularly with ERP systems. Right, digital pedagogies for librarians, a systematic review of the literature. So our topic is going to be ERP supply chain for DUT higher education, a systematic review of the literature. There's my topic, right? There's the person's name, Mohsin. You met him last week. Isn't this cool? We meet the author of the article. Ha, Letu, right? So I want use this as a template to write your article. All right. Now, remember, we are students, we learning. Doesn't matter. We using, I can guarantee you, Prof. Rajkumar won't mind. She'd be happy that we are using her article. Right? Professor Naika, Nalendra Naika, now he's my head of department, a colleague. Right? So we want this. The purpose of this paper is to identify and present a global perspective of digital pedagogies in relation to technology and academic librarians. right? The preferred method for systematic reviews and meta-analysis methodology was used in the study, PRISMA. Remember last week we spoke about this, right? So I'm going to show you how to, we're going to use Mohsin's article. And in fact, I'm going to call him back in a week's time or so, because he promised to help me. And he is in the BICO library, right? Prof. Rajkumar is in our IS library, right? I spoke to Sarah Mita, the librarian. She said she'll even come on a Saturday, either virtually or in face to face, to talk to us about this. Right? So we want this article. Let's go and right. Let's go and open this article. So we're going to use Dr. Mohsin's article as a template for our systematic review, right? And we're not going to do it alone. We're going to do it with so there's the person, right? Cecilia Olugbara. Hey, I think this is Prof. Olu's wife, right? Okay, so we're going to use this one. Okay, Letu? Right, here's our topic. Digital pedagogies for librarians in higher education, a systematic review of the literature. So Letu, copy the text. So this is how we're going to start writing our article. So we're going to talk. We're not going to talk about digital libraries. We're going to talk about SAP ERP systems, because that's what I want to deal with, right? Right. So we're going to talk about ERP. ERP for ERP implementation. Yeah, let's make it cool. ERP systems implementation for ACADEMIC for academics in higher education. Right, a systematic review of the literature. There we go. Right. Let's say I want to narrow it down, because I only want to talk about the human capital services. So now I'm going to say ERP. Oh, let's say auditing. You're auditors and accounting. Accounting systems, ERP accounting systems implementation for academics in higher education. Ta-da! Dr. Mohsin gave me this idea last week when we were talking, right? There's my topic. Right, so I'm now taking the article. Where's the article? Where's the article? There's Mohsin, Mogaveni, Nalendran, and so there's the abstract. You all printed journal articles. I hope you read it, but we're going to now use this as a template, right? So there's the article here. Copy the text. This is how I wrote my 2 or 3 articles. Right? I shouldn't be recording that, but I'm no experienced professor. I'm still learning as well with you, right? So there's my article, right? The purpose of this paper is to identify and present a global perspective of, are we doing digital pedagogies? No, what are we doing? ERP accounting systems, right? Oh, by the way, I should be giving the full word, enterprise resource planning, right? I shouldn't be saying ERP. I just take for granted ERP. By the way, like how I like IT. I just take for granted when I talk IT, people are thinking that it's information technology, right? But I have discovered this week that some people didn't realize. That was a joke, me. So it's nice to put the whole word, ENTERPRI, enterprise resource planning, right? And then you put that in brackets, because that's what you're going to be using all the time. Right. So now I'm going to state the purpose of this paper is to identify and present a global perspective of Control C of ERP accounting systems in relation to, I'm not going to say technology and academic librarians. I'm going to say in relation to academics in an institution of higher learning, right? That sounds better than saying at a university of technology. Or I could have said if I wanted to, right? It all depends. So I'm going to say in relation to academics in an institution of higher learning. Right. Okay, so all right. So there's my little houses, right? The purpose of this paper is to identify and present a global perspective of, I don't have to say enterprise resource planning because I use it on the top of there. I'm going to say of ERP, accounting systems in higher education in relation to academics. I'm repeating that word. In relation to academics in higher education institutions. Right. So let's look at the purpose statement. What are we doing? We're talking about ERP systems. We're talking about implementing not just an ERP. You must remember an ERP is very broad. We learned this, right? First semester, we did this with the Zambites. They spoke about so many different scenarios, the accounting, the warehousing, supply chain, inventory management, accounting, all of it. But we're just narrowing it down to accounting. Maybe we want to even narrow it down further from accounting. We want to do finance, debtors. Any finance, just on the debtors collection, right? But we don't want it too narrow now because we may not find enough information on it. And we're talking about perspective, accounting system in higher. Oh, I'm repeating the word. I shouldn't be taking in relation. Let's just take the start. In relation to academics, or we can put down the word staff because that will include both admin staff and academic staff in higher education institutions. Academics could be, if we want to talk about them, at a secondary school, not necessarily so, right? They are teachers, but where we're talking, and we want to be specific, academics where in higher education. We don't want to talk about academics in a research environment. We could, if we wanted to specify that, right? Let's go and look at the design and approach, right? So the design, the preferred reporting for finance items for systematic review and meta-analysis was used in the study. Prisma, we're all using Prisma, right? Yes, right, we're all using Prisma. Findings based on the data academic must develop right. Based on data, academic librarians must develop foundation of the 21st century. Let's not talk about academic librarians. We're talking about academics. Academics must develop a foundational understanding of 21st century to teach in an online environment. Let's paraphrase this or rephrase it to suit our topic, right? Okay, let you. So we're going to say something like that. Based on the data, accountants must develop a foundational accountancies. Accountants must develop a foundational understanding of what? From our topic, of what? ERP, Busi is right. ERP We're not, pedagogies means teaching abilities, right? We're not talking pedagogies. We're talking ERP, accounting systems, right? Of ERP, accounting systems. So we definitely narrowing it down now. We're talking about ERP. Are we talking about digital skills? No, let's take for granted that people know digital skills, right? Accounting systems. Are they teaching in an online environment? No. What would accounting students do? Maybe they need to do some accounting principles and auditing, right? We can't say teach because Prof. Rajkumar, Prof. Naika, they were talking about digital libraries and how they are dealing with the pedagogies of it. So we would, based on the data, accountants must develop a foundational understanding of ERP accounting systems to do something like auditing or oh, sorry, go ahead. The online people, you can also talk. Please help us along. Before we leave, we want an abstract, a purpose, and we want to tackle Prisma, right? The strategy. And Dr. Mohsin had mentioned something about Raynor last week. I need to ask him what's this Raynor thing, right? So develop a foundational understanding ERP accounting systems to not to teach. What do accountants do? Come on. Talk to me. Why do they need a foundational understanding of ERP systems? When I asked my friend, my new friend, co-pilot, no, not co-pilot, Flum. Come on, talk to me. Otherwise, I'm going to go ask my friend. Other friend is ChatGPT. Come on. So what I'm going to say, what do accountants do with respect to ERP systems? Come on, talk to me. Where's my co-pilot here? By the way, all duty students and staff go and log into Copilot, right? It's part of the license agreement. You know that, Lucy? Yeah, I do that, right? So let me go and do that now. What do accountants do with respect to ERP accounting systems, right? Oh, data management, financial reporting, reconciliation, process automation, compliance and auditing, technical support. Wow. Right? So let's take one of them, right? So let's just take one of them. Accountants can streamline their workflows, improve accuracy, and provide insight of, ooh, I like that. I like that. I don't know about you, right? By the way, this is a work in progress, okay? Time is of the essence out here, so I'm just gonna. Right. So this review accountants to do what? What did I say they are doing? Understand ERP systems to streamline. You know what? I'm not going to take the word academics. I don't like the word. Let's just talk about accountants. How's that? Right. Accountants. And for those of you who are doing auditing over here, y'all can use the word auditing. How's that, Lefu? Right? See how we got another paper. One will be accountants, one will be auditors. Right. So what's the purpose here? The purpose is design the preferred reporting method for findings. Right? Oh, where's this? Right. We already came up with a conclusion, by the way. Based on the data, accountants must develop a foundational understanding of ERP accounting system to streamline their workflows, improve accuracy, and provide more timely and insightful answers. Right. Not in an online, right? And to support business decision making. Right. Now, by the way, how's it going so far? The preferred method for this was Prisma. These are our findings, originality, and value. By the way, we jumping the gun over. We didn't even do the research, but we write an abstract. Abstract is supposed to be written at the end of it all, right? Not in the beginning, like what we're doing. But I'm just throwing you into the deep end, right? I don't have a lot of time with you. I don't have the whole semester, like what Dr. Mohsin has with his students, or Ms. Matunda. You do this in research methodology, don't you? Right. But I'm being very specific. I want this with ERP. So considers the emergent teaching role of the academic. No, the emergent. What am I talking about? The emergent business decision making processes of the academic? No. So some of you can write down the auditor of the accountant within the what? Is it a digital environment? We want to say that. What environment does the accountants deal with? The business environment, right? The business environment. The themes in the findings highlight the importance of what? Not digital pedagogies. Well, I did some reading, so let's just say I want to talk about of digital visualization and digital visualization and fluency of accountants as a teacher within the digital, not as a teacher, as a within the digital environment. Help me here. The themes in the, we don't know the themes as yet. You would have read some journal articles. The themes in the findings. Okay, can we come back to this one? Yeah, I don't know what the themes are, right? We're going to come back to this because, right, we're going to come back to that one, right? So let's just put that in red. And let's also put that in the struck out. Styles. I beg your pardon? Yeah. Digital visualization? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Finding the themes. Okay. Thank you. That makes sense. The findings highlight the importance of digital visualization and digitally fluency for accountants implementing ERP accounting systems. Right. I'm just guessing now. I'm just guessing. I don't, because all I know is SAP visualizations, right? But we're going to come back to that. Okay. But what I'm telling you is I'm giving you a strategy to tackle the systematic review that you're going to be dealing with. And you're going to be working with 6 in a group, right? Later, you're going to choose the rest of the 5 people. Who's going to choose it? So some of the keywords. Right, we're going to come back to this, okay? Right, let's go back to the article. Abbreviations. Ooh, we need these abbreviations, right? We need these abbreviations, right? The paper type is a research paper. Copy the text. It's a research paper. And right, abbreviations. Don't we need this later? Lucy? Right, we need this. Right. Oh, we forgot to put the authors' names. Oh, yes. We forgot to put the authors' names. Letu, what's generally they put it in the first author, the person who contributed the most to the article. Like this, yeah, and if it's a student, it's a student name goes first, right? So Letu, your surname is L, or let's put L-E-T-H-U, surname? N-Y? Oh, sorry, M. M-Y? E-N-I, right? Let's make Busi your team member too, right? She's sitting right next to you. Spell B-U-I. Oh, sorry. B-U-I-S-I. Oh, sorry. Now, my name is TP Govender, right? What I did when I started, I used to put Prinavin Govender, the middle name, because everybody knows Prinavin. It also is more than Prinavin Govender. That's my full name. And I realized that my research profile is both based on, if you search for Prinavin Govender, you'll find something you'll search for. More than Prinavin Govender, some TP Govender. In fact, on minutes of meetings, my name is P Govender. And in some minutes of the meeting, it's TP Govender, but it's one and the same person, right? Anyway, I let it be. They're confused. They don't know. So I say, but I was there. TP Govender was there. And they say, but P Govender was also there. 2 people. So make sure that it's the name that you want to develop your research profile, right? Don't put down like your pet name. All right, surname Lucy? M N O M I Y A, right? So Lucy, and I'm your lecturer, right? I'm also helping you. So I got to put my name there, right? But I'll be last. Right? Later you said, okay. Oh, but we also have other people. You're gonna have other people in your group as well. How many? We asked to put the other people as well. Are you in a group? In latest group. Be nice. Hey, I'm helping you with the article. Spell. SIYA BO BONGA. Correct surname. Spell DLAMMINI. Right. Now, I was reading an article last night. I do this for fun. Eros. And I was watching a video of this maths professor. And they spoke about the Eros number, EDROS. And I like to read about how these professors and how it came about. Apparently, this professor, or this academic, he had 2 suitcases. And that was his entire, whatever his, like possessions that he had. And he used to go to other researchers. And he used to, uninvited, he'd say, come on, we're going to collaborate on a paper. And they would collaborate and write. And he wrote thousands, over 1,000 papers, right? Just Google him. See what I do for Friday night fun, right? Yeah, Friday night fun. Let me see if I said I'm going to keep this thing for you all to see it. Where's the article? So why I'm talking to you about this is people must collaborate. We must share knowledge. I feel we are too competitive in our. Let's see if I found it. No, what is this? The data lab review. Oh, I was reading it for data lab review. I don't need that. For fun, I was doing that last night. What's a data lab? It's free for students, but they're giving you a number of hours. That's another fun thing I was doing. What was Daniel talking about? Oh, artificial intelligence. See, it's my interest, right? What else I was doing? I don't want to confirm my email. Let me look for this Eros. Where's this Eros? American repository? No. Generative AI, that's something that I like now. Oh, that's my picture. Oh, I was playing around with this last night. Generative AI, you go to free images. I'm sorry, this is an advertisement break, right? Advert break. Go to free image generator. Nothing is free. They make you pay afterwards. Right, I go to this here, $35. No, that way exchange rates. Let's not go there. Oh, yesterday I was just reading up books. There's a free project. I'm gonna share this with you. Right? Free projects, free books you get, free audio books, free books. What are this? This data and AI. I was reading through that. Decision tree classification. That's not something else that interests me. What is this? No. Oh, this was movies. This is another article. I was reading my friend's thesis. Where's this Eros? Wikipedia. Sorry. I know. I'm just digressing a little bit. Oh, there's it. Paul Erdos, right? Look at the amount of articles he wrote. He wrote, describe the collaborative distance between mathematicians and the number of articles he wrote. He spent a life collaborating with over 500 people working on solutions to mathematical problems. He published at least 1,525 journal articles he published, right? So, and he had co-authors. He collaborated with authors. And where did I read that he used to go with, he had 509 direct collaborators. So later you've got Mr. Dlamini, you've got Busi, you've got as collaborators later, and me now. Would you like to read this article for fun? Okay, can I share this with you, right? It's mathematics. Mathematics is another thing I like, right? Okay, let's share this. Sorry, this is the advert break in between all that we do. Right? Don't you get excited learning about things like this? So what I'm telling you is, he didn't work by himself. He collaborated with people. He worked with others, 509 collaborators, right? So I want you all to have collaborators as well. So we got, who else are you going to put down? Siabonga Dlamini. Anybody else wants to join them? Come on, it's free. I'm helping. Come on. Sydney. Yes, Sydney. What's Sydney's surname? I'm missing Sydney, huh? Sydney is last semester, every Saturday he'd be with us. Phil? HIBAMBO. Right. So Busi, Siabonga, all of y'all. Oh, I gotta put my name right. And Department of Information Systems, is that, we can put one more. We'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put another one. Give me another. Anybody from here? Come on, you came to the class. Don't you want to join us? Spell. N-O-M. Oh, sorry, N-O-N. Non-correlate. N-O-N-K-U-L-U-L-E-K-O. Surname? M-F-E-K-A. Right. Yeah. I'll put my name last, right? I won't mention this. Anyway, my supervisor, well, I wrote a paper and I took my articles and he didn't put my name. He put his wife's name. But anyway, that's long forget, it's in the past, right? So there we go. Can you see? I'm just Letu Busi. I'm just equal level as you. No title, nothing, right? We are all equal. Dr. Aroba, no, you like some D, doctor. When you wrote it, yeah. Yeah. I don't pay. And that's my colleague, right? Okay, so yeah, you get articles like that, right? I have to that as well. So there's it now. We can put. So we're gonna you're gonna work on it, right? I'm gonna share it with you. And we'll take information systems, right? Information systems. So can you see what I talk about collaboration? Where's my article now? Did you publish that article with Dr. Aroba? Oh. They did. And did they get the and you'll get the funding. You'll get money from it.
But they,
Oh, and do they get? Oh, there's something called article processing fees, right? What you're talking about. In order to publish a paper in a journal, you got to pay for that. Now, when you're starting off, you don't have enough money, but I've got some money in my research account, so I could, if we get to that stage, and it doesn't happen in a few weeks or months. Sometimes it take a year or so, right, to get to this, and sometimes it's paid in dollars and euros. So you must do the conversion, what it'll work out to. So if we get to that stage, I'm for it. I'll help you all with that to publish, right? To get it. You are my student. Okay. So thank you, Letu. Yeah. So we got there we go. All of us are going to work on this one, right? And oh, sorry, everybody else as well. All groups. I'm going to get 10 groups from you, from the 60 people, 6 of you, right? I want 10 articles. And now you see why I asked Dr. Kunle to join us, because Dr. Kunle is an editor of a journal, Agents, right? I always have ulterior motives in mind. Hey, how's it going now? We are 9:34. We're going to take this article. Where is this? Not that one. Not that one. Oh, where's the article I was reading now? No. I got so many tabs open. Take that one out. Data lab review. I'm not going to use data lab. I use Colab. Learning about cues. Oops, I'm sorry, I lost it. What was this? Inheritance. Oh, I'm not going to watch that movie. Oh, there's it, right? There we go. Now, do I want the introduction? Yes, I want the introduction. The teaching and learning ambits in higher education is continually adapting to progressive change. The reasons for this change is innumerable. There are political. Now, we can't take exactly there because later, Lucy, Siyabonga, we're not going to be able to. We need to work on our own articles. And you must see, this is 2017. We are in 2024. So we need to find something to do with. Right. Now, there are AI tools to help us to do a literature review, right? So you go to Google, and I like this guy. Let me see this guy here. So AI tools for literature review. Let me see if it comes out. There's a guy with a big beard. AI tools. There's he. I like this guy here, right? I watched this one here. Right, so.
Graduate, you just have to do one because your course says. So what are the easiest ways to automate your literature review? Well, I found the top 3. The first one is Wiseo. Wiseo is a kind of newish app. It's got some features that aren't quite yet developed, but
right.
A new project. And let's talk about, okay, we don't want
There's
that.
Another one, there's science.
What happens? I'm going to get rid of all of this. Parent, electrode, materials.
Right.
Okay, so
I want you to watch this guy.
Brilliant. If you're trying to work.
Watch this guy, right? I learned AI tools to do a literature review, right? And he talks about doing an article in a weekend. You start Friday night, by Sunday, you'll have an article. That's what I like with the retreat. We're taking our students. Next week, I won't be here, I'm sorry, but I'll log in from Brahman Hills and we'll talk, right? So there's the tool that he spoke about. It's called Jenny AI, right? There's another one, Jenny AI, Jenny.ai. That's one there. Then there's Open Read. There's, right. So let's go to Jenny AI. Right. So for research, we're going to JENN.ai. That was one it spoke about. Accept all. Did you talk about which other one he spoke about? WISIO. Wisio. Let's go and Google that. WISIO. Wisio. What is that? AI for academic research, right? SCITE. Oh, I like this one here. SCI. Right. It's got a free trial. How does the structure of, right? So there's SCITE.ai. So just Google AI tools to help a researcher. Let me see if I can find one. By the way, I'm so glad I did my research and I passed my master's and PhD before AI took over. Because now, oh my goodness.
tab over here, we can get our AI suggestions, we can correct grammar, we can translate to English. So if you're an English as a second language student, you can write in your original language, which is brilliant. If you're trying to work out the nuances of what you want to say, and also once you've got your sentence in there, we can highlight this and template if you want. But I'm going to select it, or I'm going to get rid of it. Let's start.
So go and watch this guy.
Well,
I watched a couple of videos of him, right? It's quite cool. There's another video he spoke about AI tools for literature review. By the way,
AI tool
I like this word. Top 6 free AI tools. Hey, free of charge. You saw the one I did just now? They got a 7-day trial. So after 7 days, you got to pay in dollars. And $50, $60, multiply that by, what's it, 20? It's a lot of money. All right, let's go and watch this one. There's Copilot. I spoke to you about Copilot now. I showed you Copilot.
You need to know about for your literature review is in Microsoft Copilot. So here I am in the Edge browser. Now, this isn't my most favorite browser, but it has so much power that I'm starting to use it for exploring different sort of like academic worlds. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So here I'm on Google Scholar in Microsoft Edge, and up here is Copilot. So I click on this and it pops open. We get these two tabs at the top, Chat and Compose. At the moment, I'm more interested in Chat. So I think this is an amazing partnership where you've got Google Scholar and essentially an AI bot that's just always on the side of the program, just being like, how can I help you? Do you need me to explain anything for you? And that's what I absolutely love. So here, let's go in and have a look at Transparent Electro. There we are. Let's just say applications. And then we've got all of these ones. So then I can start sort of going, okay, well, let's have a look. Let's have a look at this one at the top. And
so there's Copilot, there's lens.org, there's Semantic Scholar, Research Rabbit.
From this page.
Let's do Copilot.
The first AI tool you need to know about for your literature review is in Microsoft Copilot. So here I am in the Edge browser. About Copilot. Now, this isn't my most favorite browser, but...
Right, let's go back to Copilot, right? Because that's licensed to DT staff and students. So let's go to Copilot. And where's my Copilot here? There's my Copilot, right? So I need some literature on the topic that I'm dealing with, okay? So my topic that I'm talking about is, now you must remember, I'm working back and forth to my group of students, Busi, Letu, Sydney, Siabonga. Who else is in the group there? Right, so, oh, I spelled accountants wrong. I don't need that. Where's my Copilot? Right, so what's this now, Letu, Busi? So I'm going to say paste. I'm going to say act as a researcher and provide recent literature reviews on, right? Letu, Bonga, Busi. Let's see what it provides me with Copilot. Aha, there we go, Springer. I like this. It gives me the reference as well. ChatGPT hallucinates and gives us some references that doesn't exist. Genius. Right. Oh, look at this. What are the challenges facing? Can you provide examples? Yeah. Right? Now, here's some literature reviews, right? Wow, look at that. Look at that. Let's just copy that. Copy that. Oh, by the way, you can export this to Word as well. All right, let's export this to Word. And our online OneDrive, you can share it. We'll be collaborating. I'm exporting this. What do you think about this? If we sit for like 3 days, non-stop, no interruptions, no wife, husband, children, we can get an article out. Hey, where's this thing? Come on. Okay, I'm just going to copy this to my Word document, right? Control V, there's it. Right, so there's my thingy. The study explores the impact of accounting systems and the accounting profession. It highlights. You're going to read this article quickly. We'll just take this, we'll take some introduction, right? And skip verification. Let's see what this person spoke about. Oh man, this is an advert. Right. So the study explores. So we're going to find out who this one, whatever it is, right? So there's some things here. I'm going to share this with Boosie. Let's share this with Boosie. Share. Share on OneDrive. Right. Name of doctor some lit review on ERP, ACC, and accounting systems, right? Okay, I'm going to share this with you, Busi, Letu. Is that okay? Right, you're going to be working on this weekend. Letu, L-E-T. What's your email, Letu? Busi, what's yours? Oh. B-U-S-I. Which one? This one. Siabonga, what's yours? Two one 64. Oh, so 2164. S Lamini. Your one? 213. And there we go. Fake, right. So, hello, how are you? Oh, wait a minute, send it, right? And I'm gonna send it. Let's just send it. Right, so there we go. You can edit it, right? You can edit the literature review. And I'm also going to post this article. Okay, later I'm going to send that to you now. So you're going to take this, you're going to take ma'am's work, and you're going to use that as a template. Right, so there we go. Now let me tell you what won't change. There's a literature review, Busi Letu Sebonga. You can take it from there. I'm going to share this with y'all as well. There's the research questions that you're going to ask. Are digital pedagogies an emerging theme in literature? So you're going to say, are accounting or ERP concepts an emerging theme? What skills are needed by the academic to teach online? What accounting skills are needed by accountants. Okay, right? Cool. All right, I'm going to share this with you too. Copy that. Right. So, and for the rest of you, the method, can you see this method over here? This method will remain the same, right? The method will remain the same. Can you see the databases that you're going to take? You're not going to take the library. You're going to take, there's the Prisma. Remember last week we spoke about that? There's Prisma, right? Take the articles. Later you told me 1,000 articles, right? I don't think you're going to reach 1,000. But we'll try it, right? Can you see this picture here? All of you must have this picture, right? Adapted from so and so. We're going to use ma'am's work, and we're gonna include them in the citations, right? Okay, so you know how to do literature review from Ms. Matunda's work. There's a discussion you're going to have it, right? Oh, I love this word, visualization. There's the visualization you're going to talk about. Keywords. I'll show you how to do a word cloud. Very easy, 5 minutes it'll take me, right? There's some visualizations. You're going to do that, and we're going to have an article, right? I promise I'll help you out with the fees and things, right? Whatever it is. I've got some research. Not a lot, I got some money, but you can always use it. And we've got Dr. Coonley now. So let's share this with, how do I share? I'm going to share that. Tap to copy the link. Tap to copy the link. The last couple of days, I'm thinking, how am I going to teach this to my students, this systematic review, and how am I going to incorporate it into ERP systems? Because that's what I'm teaching. When I spoke to Mr. Reddy, he said, but you don't do research methodology. I said, no, I don't do, but I do ERP systems. So I'm combining ERP systems with research methodology. And I'm a PhD graduate, how can I not be talking about research to you guys? Okay, right. Can we leave it at that now? I'm going to put that in the chat. That's the article that we're using as a template. I know Dr. Musin, I know Professor Rajkumar, Professor Naika. I don't know Professor Alubara's wife, but they'll be more than happy. Prof loves it that we share it. So I've created one group of 6. I would like the next group of 6, next group of 6, 10 groups of 6. That's going to be our assignment, our project, our assessment, and you must have ERP in there, right? Because ERP is our curriculum, right? ERP SAP, all right? Okay, can we call it a day? I'll let you know, right, towards the end of the semester, right? We're going to work towards it, right? Okay, it's a group work, and if you can publish that, you're 100%. If it's published in a journal, yes, I will let you know about that. No. Test 2, I haven't set it. I haven't finished marking test 1. So give me a break on it, right? I'll let you know whether we're gonna use the test week or not, or we're gonna meet on a Saturday. I'd love to have the test week on a Saturday. Then I kill the lecture and the test together simultaneously. I see all of you on the Saturday. Oh, sorry, I'm forgetting. I see you all on a Saturday. You all don't see me just on the weekdays. Maybe guys from Joburg can make a weekend out of it. We can do our journal article together. That ERP. I'm aiming for the sky. I'm aiming for all our groups to have an article published. I'll call Dr. Kunle again to see if he can do that for us. Please, there's plenty of stuff on YouTube, systematic review. There's some professors and there's AI tools to help us. I just showed you one there too. Right, I'll share the links there. Right, we're going to call it there. Online people, anybody, any questions? Online, can we call it a day? Okay, we'll stop the recording. No.
But John's gone. Fruits.